Welcome back to Hannity. So the road to 2016 is in full swing. Some candidates are surging in the polls. Others are getting left out of the headlines. Here to explain which candidates are resonating best with you, the voters, when it comes to the most pressing issues of the day. Pollster Frank Luntz, Fox News contributor Leslie Marshall, Vice President of WPA Research Lisa Booth is with us. Good to see you all.
Hi, Sean.
Frank, Frank, I just read this in the New Jersey Star-Ledger, and you said about Donald Trump that you have never seen anything like it in your life. On the night of the debate, you were really wrong about how he did in that debate in terms of how the people perceive him. Why the big turnaround? Why do you say that this is not like Ross Perot, that this is real? You've never seen numbers like this in all the years you've done this. What did you find out?
Sean, it's no different than what you and others had to say in 2012 when you thought that Mitt Romney was going to defeat Barack Obama.
No, after the third debate, my doubts, but that's a different issue. The third debate was a disaster.
Well, but it's part of this is, look, I'm not a referee, I'm a researcher. And my job is to explain what I'm getting at the time. And the danger in this is, if you speak in favor of Donald Trump, they'll claim you're in the tank for him. If you speak against him and say he didn't do well, they'll claim you're just trying to set him up and you're the establishment. Let me be clear about this. What Trump has done over the last 3 weeks is that he's taken his media appearances, taken that language of political correctness, and used it as a weapon to challenge those who are opposed to him, and you have about 25 up to 30% of the Republican vote and some Democrats who are just fed up with the way Washington works, fed up with Wall Street, fed up with the media, fed up with the elites, and that's why he's doing so well right now.
You said in this New Jersey Star-Ledger, the commission poll of yours, that he is virtually invulnerable to any attack by any 2016 candidate, and that it's totally conceivable that Trump will become the Republican Party's nominee for president. What changed so dramatically?
He's been able to monopolize even a conversation like this. There are hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of Trump voters that will watch this interview right now, either in this airing or the one that comes on later. And they will say, Sean, that they're tired of politicians who speak in sound bites. They're tired of all these focus group slogans. They want someone who says what they mean, means what they say. Now, look, there are weaknesses to Trump, too. Veterans still have concerns over what he said a month ago about John McCain. Women still have some concern about the language that he uses. But overall, there's been genuine movement towards Trump, and it's because of his persona, not his policies.
It's
you said you dialed, and how he talks.
You said for the first time in dialing that he got 100, a perfect score?
He reached when he was talking about how badly our veterans are treated in America, and I'm glad you raised that. When he talked about the fact that the VA still hasn't been fixed, our Republican voters thought that was perfection because they believe that our veterans should be supported. So that's what's going on right now. And Sean,
you've never seen 100 before. You've never seen 100.
I've never seen 100. Wow. In this election cycle, we've not seen 100. Sean,
Lisa.
I'll get that. I'll get you those clips so you'll be able to show your viewers.
All right, Lisa?
Well, Sean, I think what we're seeing right now is that illegal immigration is front and center in the 2016 election. That's obviously clear here. Look, and I think voters are angry right now. They're angry about President Obama's executive action on immigration. They're angry about the border surge last summer. What they're saying is lawlessness, and they're saying that from President Obama. And I believe that's what Donald Trump has so successfully picked up on, is this anger in the country and this anger towards the lawlessness. But I also think what Frank picked up on, which is true, is we're seeing this larger anti-establishment movement right now. We're seeing it on the right with Donald Trump, and we're also seeing it on the left with
Lisa,
Bernie Sanders.
I'm a conservative, and I'm disgusted with Republicans. They promised in 2014 they would stop illegal, unconstitutional executive amnesty. They fund it. They still haven't repealed Obamacare. So I'm one of those conservatives.
Sean, I think you're right about that. I think that's what's going on here as well. Look, I think a lot of the people that are supporting Donald Trump, it's not just his policies. It's not just a cult of personality.
Right.
What it is it's really just, saying, I'm sick and tired of you, Republican Party. I'm sick and tired of you, President Obama.
They're weak and they're timid,
and
he's not.
The establishment.
But by the way, Ted Cruz is a strong conservative. He's standing up to the establishment. Scott Walker did it in Wisconsin. Leslie, I have a different question for you. Clearly, Barack Obama gave the wink and the nod to crazy Uncle Joe to get into the race, and he's sticking it to the Clintons. That does not bode well for your coronation. What are you going to do?
Well, first of all, you know, yesterday there were a lot of people on Wall Street who sold, despite the fact that everybody on Wall Street said, hold on, and look what happened today. And I would say the same thing with those Democrats with regard to Hillary. Republicans want to make the email and the server a SWIFT vote, and this is not going to be Hillary's SWIFT vote. There are not going to be espionage charges. There are not going to be any charges, and I will bet you on that on national television.
Obama's the one that said...
The president is, wait a minute, Sean, the president has had his problems with both former President Clinton and with Hillary Clinton for years.
He's throwing
Joe
her
Biden's
overboard.
His right-hand man. He's his vice president. And Joe Biden has had his eyes on being a president. No, not at all.
He is facilitating the rise of Joe Biden. Crazy Uncle Joe.
Leslie, you're wrong about the impact of Hillary Clinton's servers on this race. Just look at the polls, Leslie. If you look at polls, what they're telling us is that it's having a huge impact with American voters. Look, if you look at there's a poll out today in Michigan. Hillary's losing to a Republican candidate there. If you look at other swing states, Hillary Clinton's losing there, and the majority of Americans do not trust her.
All right, I got to roll. My prediction is she's not going to survive. She's not going to survive. Coming up next, thank you all. Tonight on Hannity.